I just got out of a meeting with my DHS caseworker, and she is threatening me once again to take everything unless I go and get a job. I explained to her I can't go and get a job. Actually, it's not even that I can't. It's that I do not want to. I have been on welfare for 13 years.
I'm back with another video, but in this video, these are people that are upset about they can lose their Section 8. But to listen to that part of the clip where she says she has been on Section 8 for 13 years and she doesn't want to work, it's not because she can't, it's because she don't want to, is insane to me. Now, let me make this clear. I do not look down on anyone. I do not laugh at anyone when they are going through their situation, because I always look at, I can end up in a situation where I need some assistance until I get back on my feet. But to be on there 13 years and then to say, oh, I can work, but I just don't want to work because I want to keep my Section 8, that is crazy as heck to me right there. So this video is for entertainment purposes only and allegedly.
13 years I have been on Section 8, so I haven't had to pay rent, okay? Food stamps, cash assistance, disability. I don't even know how a job works, okay? I don't want to work. That is the whole point. I don't want to work. I told her she is not going to take my food stamps. She is not going to take my Section 8. And I'm still not going to work. You trying to get me to work and me refusing is a you problem. It's not a me problem. I will continue to sit at home on my ass while the taxpayers work and support me and my children.
29 days till me and my family of 8 are evicted and sent to live on the streets. All because of one video I made. And taxpayers are so mad that I pay $50 in a 10-story building, 2-bedroom apartment. And no, it's not living room and dining room. It's just 2 bedrooms, a living room. I don't have to explain all that. I don't have to explain everything to y'all. But at the end of the day, it's wrong for what y'all did. It's wrong for what y'all are doing. How y'all have no compassion. And you're happy to see that we're going to be living on the streets. On Tuesday, I have to basically beg to ask to keep my apartment so that we don't be on the streets, because I'm not going to the 10th floor. I'm not doing it. I don't care what y'all say. I don't care. I'm not going to the 10th floor. I'd rather sleep in a box.
So let me get this straight. You would rather be homeless. Well, you and your children, you rather have you and your children homeless because they want you guys to move up to the 10th floor and you don't want to do it. So you're letting them evict you because you're saying, I'm not moving to the 10th floor. I'll live in a box. Are you serious? Listen, you got to do what you got to do, especially when you have children. Now, when you're by yourself and it's just you, hey, you can survive. But when you have kids, you got to throw that out the window and stop trying to be picky. If they told me I have to move to 10th floor, even if I really didn't want to, I would have just like, okay, hey, we got to have a roof over our head. I got to make sure my kids are good and we have somewhere to live and they're not outside in the cold or in the heat. Let's go on and move to the 10th floor. And you being picky about it because they told you that you got to move to the 10th floor. Let's be real here. Like this has to be clickbait or something. I can't believe this right here.
My mom made up her mind. I can't move in with her. My sister, I'm going to talk to her today because she has my kids now. So when I go pick up my kids, I'm going to talk to her, ask her, can she keep my kids from me while I get myself together? I'm not working a 9 to 5. I don't care. I don't know. I'll figure something else out. But I'm not gonna, just because y'all want me to fall into y'all system of being a taxpayer for people, for a country that doesn't care about me, I'm not doing it. So it is what it is. Y'all can be mad if you want to, hee ha ha. At the end of the day, bring somebody else down. But if it was you, if you were in this position, you wouldn't be laughing or none of that. You would want people to have compassion for you. But like I said, the world lacks compassion, so it is what it is.
How does somebody who's been on Section 8 for 10 years get put off just like that? So I have this friend, right? And she's also a property manager. She just told me the most heartbreaking story that I've heard thus far. So for the people who be running around saying, oh, why doesn't nobody take Section 8? Listen up real quick. It is not the landlords all the time. Section 8 means is getting entirely too impossible to meet. They want too much from landlords, and here's why. One of my good friends, she's a landlord as well. She has a tenant who's been on Section 8 for 10 years, right? And the tenant is now losing her Section 8 because her apartment does not have a vent in the bathroom. It didn't have a vent for the last 10 years she's been living there. So now they're adding new rules and new clauses on what gets approved and what doesn't get approved.
I feel like they are making up these rules to try to get rid of people who's been on Section 8 and just government assistant in general for 10, 13, 15, 20 years. They're trying to get rid of them because it's not meant for that. They like to say that it only supposed to be used till you are able to get up on your feet and then you supposed to get off of it. But some people have gotten comfortable with living on it, and no, like I stated in my last video, I'm not talking about the people that's disabled. I'm not talking about the people that are trying and that are working. I'm not talking about the people who are looking for a job and it's hard for them to find a job. I'm talking about the ones that are comfortable, like the lady at the beginning that said she can work, but she just doesn't want to work because she wants to keep her Section 8. I'm talking about those people that they're trying to get off of there because, like, okay, you're getting too comfortable with using this program. You being spoiled by this. And I feel like they are making up rules to get rid of them people, like I stated.
They are evicting this disabled old lady for the home not having the proper equipment in it, I guess. Some of these houses have been built years and years and years ago, before that was even a thing.
Now, see, that's not cool there. If this lady is disabled and you're trying to put her out over a vent. Now, that changed the narrative for me because, like I just stated, when it comes to the disabled and things like that, I'm not speaking on them. But that is not cool at all. And like she said, these houses was built before this rule was even a thing. So how are you going to put her out? And the house was built without a vent in the bathroom. It's like I said, it's like they are making up the rules to try to get rid of people that's been on Section 8 for a long time. Now, when it comes to the disabled and stuff like that, it's like, come on, a lot of them can't work and can't do things like they want to. Now, some will tell you like, hey, I don't depend on the government. I just do what I got to do. But some of them, everybody's not fortunate like that, and they need the help from the government. So that right there makes me look at that side. I like, this lady is disabled, and y'all talking about a vent in the bathroom, and she made a great point that this house was built way before that time. Yeah.
Now there's one little minor thing causing this lady to lose her Section 8 after 10 years.
Look, stop comparing the working people on Section 8 to the ones that don't work. And we're not talking about disability people. We're not talking about SSI people. We're not talking about veterans. We're talking about those ones because, yes, I'm very aware that there are ones out here that are just extremely lazy and don't want to work. But that's a small percentage. You have working people out here that are making minimum wage and need help. They need help. These goddamn jobs want to pay $7, $8 and shit, and then they want to charge you $1,400 for rent. Yes, mother need help. What's wrong with y'all? They not giving out great jobs out here in this mother. Corporate keep everything to themselves. Let's talk about that. Why you worried about people paying high-ass rent on Section 8?
So this is the first year that I've heard of the guidelines for Section 8 changing. So now if you are a parent with a child under 18 years of age, you either have to be working 40 hours minimum per week, or you have to be declared disabled and receiving some type of SSI or whatever. So a lot of people are going to lose their housing. A lot of people are going to be losing their housing, it sounds like. People who have relied on these programs for housing with 5+ kids, they're going to lose their housing because of this new whatever that's gone into effect. That's going to put a lot of people on the streets. And didn't something just go into effect that you can't be homeless too? What a domino effect.
So just because I don't want to work 20 hours a week, which is crazy. Can you imagine having to work 20 hours a week? So I don't want to work. You take all of my benefits away. The benefits that you have allowed me to use for 13 years.
Oh my God, you guys, I did not realize this was the same woman complaining about her benefits. She's like at it again, complaining about them trying to take her benefits after 13 years. Ma'am, I don't feel sorry for you at all, because you literally exposed yourself and just said you just didn't feel like working and you want to keep your benefits so you can live your lovely, lavish life. Like, ma'am, please sit down somewhere. She's still on here making several videos ranting and raving about it.
With no warning at all. The government has enabled this behavior for 13 years to where I have not had to work a day in my life. 13 years of almost $10,000 a month in government aid. And now, because you signed some stupid bill that says I have to work if I want to get food stamps, and because I don't want to, you take it all away, no warning. How am I supposed to feed my 6 kids? How am I supposed to support my 6 kids? How am I supposed to pay rent? How am I supposed to get my nails done? How am I supposed to go drive down to the corner store when I have no money for gas? And you want me to go get a job, but you don't want to give me gas money? This is how the real world works? At 35 years old, now you decide you want to take it away?